Hey guys, welcome back. This is Adam with A Game. We're on day 25 now. We're talking about fitness, and we just finished talking about the different muscle fiber types, and right now we're going to be talking about rep speed. But before we get to that, I've got another quote for you. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. All right, we've all heard that. When it comes to strength training, if you want to get stronger, if you want to build muscle, if you want to improve your endurance, you've got to get out of your comfort zone. You've got to really do some damage to your muscles for them to get bigger and stronger. So later on, in one of the later videos, we're going to talk about how our muscles grow. Really cool. But right now, talking about rep speed, so slow reps. These are reps where you are moving relatively slowly. 2 seconds concentric, 2 to 3 seconds or more eccentric, all right? This, you might even pause at the top or pause at the bottom of the rep. So why would you do reps slowly? Well, maybe you're just getting started out and you need to learn the right form, okay? Too many people just try to rush right into doing things that are explosive, like burpees and box jumps and kettlebell swings and wall ball and medicine ball slams, different kinds of plyometrics, and that is, one, it's not necessary to get more fit, and two, you're just asking to get hurt if you don't take the time to learn the movements and perform them slowly to develop strength throughout the entire range of motion. Okay, that's very important. That's the reason you're going to want to do reps slowly in the beginning. Okay, this is also a way to make a set more difficult without adding weight. Let's say you have an injury, and going from 20 pounds to 30 pounds in an exercise is not going to feel too good. So let's say you stay at 20 pounds, and instead of doing your reps quickly, maybe you're like, you know what, I'm going to slow down. And then the set is just that much harder. It feels like you're moving 30 pounds, but you're still just moving 20 pounds. So try that next time you feel like, instead of going heavier, just try to slow down your reps. And it'll really be an interesting experience, all right? So it's great for injuries, doing reps slowly. It is also important when you're doing functional training, such as when you're trying to improve your balance, that you perform the reps slowly. You're going to have a higher quality set. You're going to have a more effective workout if you do the reps slowly, especially when you're trying to work on balance and stability, okay? So those are things like single leg squats, single arm rows, single arm press, lots of single arm, single leg exercises, okay? It's also doing reps slowly is going to improve your muscle endurance, okay? You're keeping tension on those muscles longer when you extend the length of each rep. So that's going to make them better at withstanding those low forces for longer. That's all about endurance. Now, there are times where you are doing reps slowly, but not on purpose, right? So for the most part, doing slow reps is more of a beginner technique. You want to get through that first before you move on to the faster reps. However, if you watch somebody that's doing a max effort squat or deadlift or bench press or pull-up, they are moving that weight very slowly. Not because they're doing it on purpose. They're trying as hard as possible, but that weight is just so much that it is almost too much force for your muscles to overcome. So that's why it takes longer. So that is an example where you might do reps slowly, even though you're a more advanced individual, all right? So that is slow reps. Now we're moving on. Medium rep speed. This is where you might be doing 1 second each way or 2 seconds each way. This is usually when you're a little farther along, you're a little more experienced. Maybe you've got 6 months of training under your belt, and you've already learned the right form. So you're picking up the speed. That's going to allow you to increase the intensity, the difficulty of the workout. You're going to be able to get a higher volume of exercise in per workout. You might be able to do double the number of sets or reps in the same amount of time. And of course, that's going to lead to some good adaptations strength-wise and you're going to be able to tolerate a higher volume of working out by performing your reps a little bit slower. Generally you want to keep the weights moving. All right, you're keeping the muscles contracting and lengthening pretty consistently. Okay, this is usually what you see when you're looking at bodybuilders. So it's a great way to build size. Not that slow reps or fast reps aren't. It's just that medium rep speed that is generally best when you're trying to build muscle size. Okay. Now, once you have spent a long enough time doing the reps at a medium speed, then you're ready to get to the faster or more explosive rep speed. This is usually a couple of different ways you can do this. Either 1 to 2 seconds eccentric, so muscle lengthening, and then explosive concentric. Okay, so that can be applied to squats, deadlifts, pretty much any exercise. Okay, or you can do explosive both ways. All right, so what are some examples of explosive eccentric and explosive concentric? Eccentric, by the way, means when your muscles are lengthening. So when you're going down on a squat, when you're lowering the bar on a bench press, when the bar is going up on a lat pull down. Okay, that's the eccentric phase. And then the concentric phase is when the muscles are shortening. Okay, that's concentric. It's like a bicep curl. The up part of a squat, the up part of a deadlift, the pulling part of a lat pull down, the pressing part of a bench press. Those are concentric phases of the lift. Okay, so if you're doing explosive eccentric and concentric, that might be a kettlebell swing. That kettlebell is flying up and down. That might be box jumps. So that is a very rapid lengthening of the muscle, which if you don't have enough strength to support that rapid lengthening of the muscle, you can tear your muscles, you can tear ligaments. In fact, most athletic injuries occur during the eccentric phase of an exercise because there is not enough strength for the muscle to overcome the amount of force that your body is generating when it's landing, when the muscles are lengthening. Okay, so that's a very advanced exercises that you're doing when you're doing explosive eccentric and concentric. The training styles that are going to fit under this category would be powerlifting, Olympic lifting, cleans, push press, snatch, kettlebell training, medicine ball, throws, slams, sprints, speed and agility drills, plyometric training like box jumps, long jumps, bounds, boxing. So that's a more explosive upper body muscle action there. All right. Why would you do fast or explosive training? One reason would be to elicit a metabolic training response. So metabolic training response, that means you're really trying to produce a lot of lactic acid. You're getting that burn. And the reason that you're doing that, which we'll get into a little bit more later, is that's going to help your muscles to grow. In addition to helping your muscles tolerate fatigue a little bit better. All right. That's just, let's say you're just banging out some push-ups, you're going up and down quickly, you're doing a set of 20 or 30, all right, or you're doing some air squats. That's another version of fast reps. So relatively low resistance, but you're doing the exercise quickly, all right. Another reason you're going to do fast or explosive movements is to recruit your fast twitch muscle fibers, or your explosive muscle fibers. That's going to help to develop those muscle fibers, which is going to in turn help you to become faster and more explosive, all right? Or the last reason you would do this type of training is to create a lot of muscle damage, all right? When you are lowering a weight and it's almost as much weight as you're going to be able to push back up, that is really tearing up your muscles so much more than when you're doing a light weight and with relative ease, okay? And that is going to stimulate muscles to getting stronger and to getting bigger, all right? So there's a couple of reasons why you would do fast or explosive exercises. So we covered slow, medium, and fast exercises. All right, guys, come right back. Next up, we're going to get into bracing. Very important, extremely important thing to learn if you are planning on doing heavy squats, heavy deadlifts, anything heavy. All right, be right back.